Do you remember when Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969 and it stirred the scientific world? What if I tell you that the computer that guided the spacecraft had much less processing power than your smartwatch? Today, we're harnessing the same intelligence that enabled humans to walk on the moon, doubling it and incorporating it into our everyday tasks. That is how AI is changing productivity forever. This is far more than an upgrade. This is reinventing the workplace as we know it. And today, we'll walk through how AI is making it possible. It wasn't very long ago when we all thought that productivity meant a cluttered desk full of sticky notes, a planner you swore to update daily, and the constant buzz of coffee machines powering endless late nights. That picture, it's been replaced by something far more futuristic. Now it's AI co-pilots that schedule, design, write, and even make decisions for you in seconds. You don't need to adapt to the software anymore. The software adapts to you and does it so well that it leaves you shocked. There are tools like Google Gemini, Copilot, and Notion AI that have completely redefined how we approach our daily workload. Instead of simply piling tasks on sticky notes, these platforms automatically anticipate your needs, from learning your patterns to predicting deadlines before you realize they're coming. It does it all. Not only that, it will also block out distractions at the exact times you're most likely to wander off and lose your attention. All in all, your to-do list has evolved into something that feels more like a living, breathing assistant that doesn't only follow you around, but lives inside your brain. It knows your needs before you realize them. The best part of it all? It never sleeps, never complains, and never forgets. And a day off? Not even a chance. The difference is so clear that there was a study to determine the exact extent of our progress. A Harvard Business Review study found that AI tools can boost task completion speed by 25 to 40% without any loss in quality. It means that a project that took you an entire day to complete can be done before lunch. So, if an average worker spends 2.5 hours a day on administrative tasks, AI cuts it down to less than 30 minutes. In an entire year, that's the equivalent of gaining 500 extra hours. That's about 12 additional work weeks that you can spend on something more meaningful. It gives a whole lot of attempts at accomplishing high-value projects instead of sorting through paperwork for half your life. The change doesn't end at getting done quicker, but also frees up brain space for creativity and strategy. That's the kind of work humans were always supposed to do, and that's what we excel at. But that's something nobody ever gets time for. For decades, automation has been mechanical. Useful, yes, but still limited. We know that conveyor belts can help speed up manufacturing, and a spreadsheet could run repetitive calculations to save you time. But something that even they can't do is think. They follow rigid instructions and repeat them endlessly, but they are not capable of adapting to change. Artificial intelligence, it's broken that ceiling. Today's automation doesn't just execute, it also learns and adapts. It makes choices based on all information available. Take AI-powered chatbots as an example. They're no longer just answering frequently asked questions from a script. They're now learning to identify the user's frustration from the tone of a message, so they can adjust their responses. They also know the exact time at which it becomes important to switch to a human agent. Skipping to the marketing department, AI can read an email, recognize it as a potential client, and go on to draft a tailored proposal. It then schedules a meeting automatically. All this without a person needing to click a single button or ask again and again. Can you ever imagine your intern assistant being so efficient? McKinsey estimates that AI could automate up to 70% of tasks in certain fields. Do you think it erases jobs for humans? Not really. It means the repetitive work that drains hours without adding any value is being stripped away. In healthcare, AI is aiding medical staff in analyzing scans faster and more accurately than humans in some cases. This allows doctors to make quicker diagnoses. In law, AI tools are summarizing hundreds of pages of legal cases in mere minutes, giving lawyers more time to focus on strategy and problem solving. In the field of architecture, AI tests building designs in hours rather than weeks and enables firms to move the concept to construction at lightning speed. It's a growing world of artificial intelligence, and nobody can deny that. It has its own brain, which means it can handle exceptions, adapt to new situations, and even suggest creative improvements a human brain may not have considered on such short notice. The old model was like having a machine that did exactly what you told it to do. The new model, however, it's like having a colleague who understands the goal and works with you to get there, faster and better than ever. One of the most widespread myths about AI is that it kills creativity. The fear is understandable, of course, but let's break it down. It's predictable that if a machine can paint, write, or compose music, it makes human artists lose their value. Let me tell you how it's a whole different story. What you think about AI replacing creativity is that it removes the hurdles that block the creative flow. For writers, tools like ChatGPT and Claude, they act as brainstorming partners, editors, and even style mimics. They take a rough concept and transform it with precision and craftsmanship. It even offers 10 different angles for a story you're stuck on. Designers are beginning to accept platforms like Midjourney and DALL-E to generate instant visual concepts from the vaguest of ideas. Musicians also experiment with AI-generated melodies and harmonies that they can then refine and bring to life. They can blend genres and sounds that would have taken months to explore manually. A striking example of AI-driven creativity in action is Coca-Cola's Create Real Magic campaign. Consumers were invited to design AI-generated ads for the brand. Within days, millions of unique artworks had been created. Achieving that level of mass creativity through traditional means, it would have taken years and enormous budgets. Meanwhile, AI made it possible almost instantly. The beauty of AI's creativity is that it diminishes the barriers between an idea and its execution. In the past, having a great concept was considered only the beginning. It required time, tools, and often a team to bring to life. In this new era, the question is no longer if you could make it, it's how much courage you have to imagine it. It is no secret that data is the new gold in today's age, but does having data automatically mean you can make sense of it? AI promises this as well. Through predictive analytics, AI can forecast trends with outstanding accuracy. In retail, AI systems anticipate which products will be in high demand next month before customers even start searching for them. In healthcare, AI models can detect subtle patterns in patient records and predict the likelihood of certain diseases years before symptoms occur. They may sound like cool tricks to you, but in reality, they are nothing less than life-saving. This decision-making ability lies in the way it processes data, far beyond human capacity. A human analyst might spend weeks combing through reports and market research. An AI system, it can digest the same amount of data in seconds and present you with the perfect outcomes. Gartner predicts that by 2030, AI's decision-making will become a standard feature in 90% of business software. This changes the way leaders operate. Instead of relying on gut instinct alone, decisions can now be backed by a combination of human judgment and machine precision. It's like replacing a coin toss with a crystal ball, one that's backed by millions of data points. And when decisions are better informed, outcomes improve, risks decrease, and opportunities become easier to spot. Are you ready for another twist? AI doesn't really make everyone more productive in an instant. The real advantage lies in learning how to use it effectively. Knowing what to leave to AI and what to handle yourself is a critical skill in the workplace. Companies are beginning to value prompt engineering. It's the skill of asking AI the right questions. No longer about memorizing vast amounts of information, it's about framing problems accurately so that AI can solve them. The people who excel, it'll be those who treat AI like a Formula One car. It's powerful, fast, and capable of incredible results, but only in the right hands. According to LinkedIn's 2025 workplace report, AI-related skills are now among the top 5 in demand globally. Moving on from tech jobs, every field, from education to logistics, is being reshaped by AI tools, and the people who can use them well are already ahead of the curve. So, instead of replacing hard work, AI is deciding what it means to move on, shifting the focus from the hustle culture to strategically choosing where to invest your time and energy. The smartest workers in the AI era will be those who know when to step in and when to let the machine do its thing. It's an era of freeing oneself from the chains of the grind and focusing on leadership and innovation. So, no need to worry. AI isn't here to take your job, you just have to learn to ride the wave instead of resisting it. Maybe start small, experiment, and change perspective a little. And to do that, subscribe now so we can master the AI productivity era together.